Tonight, from Soldier Field in Chicago,
the first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake. Williams.
That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. And they'll send the tight end in motion.
But they run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Williams. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Leonard Williams. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And he'll get this underneath to Singletary.
And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a 1st down as he stopped at the 48. Here comes the Bears punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. The numbers for Walker from last week's effort, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
You look at this Bears defense.
And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Dancing to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd down and 9.
Operating from the gun, Williams. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. The throw over the middle, taken in, and he gets it all the way down inside the 10, and mark him at the 5. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. He's going to keep this again. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Williams. Touchdown, Bears! Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was Keenan Allen who finished it all off with the touchdown reception. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
They go play action with Jackson. He lets it go deep for Olave. And this one incomplete. A 50-50 ball in the end, nearly intercepted. And now it's 3rd down. You look at this Bears defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Pick. Up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into cover.
Touchdown! Jelani Woods, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get down...
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Kenneth Walker with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have got it back to within a score.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd down and 6.
Back to throw. Williams.
This pass caught. It's Woods.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 25-yard line. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he'll be out of bounds. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Singletary will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
We got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pads?
It means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people and power his way forward.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And able to get this out to the 25.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down. They'll look to throw.
He lets it go deep for Olave.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It's a big play there for Seattle. And even 50 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Here's Walker.
Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Walker once more, but he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he won't get to the line of scrimmage as they push him back to the 2. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
This defense is holding strong, but they're going to need one more stop, maybe 2 more stops. And where the ball is on the field, the offensive playbook remains.
And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. And the defense rises to the challenge. They get it down for a loss of 2, and it brings up 4th and goal.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
He'll look to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Chris Olave from 3 yards out. And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. The point after is good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Let's spotlight Devin Singletary as this offense comes back out. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Brian Branch from the secondary in on the tackle. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Singletary going to get the handoff. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Off play action. Williams. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Williams now from the gun on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. Chris Olave heads back to the field as his guys get set for another possession. Well, September sure treated him kindly. Now we flip over to October. Any reason to think that those numbers drop, or can he keep the pace up?
Well, he can keep the pace up, but it's going to get a lot more difficult now. To me, it's a lot like baseball, all right? When guys, when they first hit the league, whether it's a pitcher or a hitter, and they go through the league the first time and they're hot, people go, wow, what a phenom. Then they get tape on them, they get scouting reports, they start to do different things. Let's see if he's going to adapt and expand his game in order to keep up that type of production.
That's a good call because he's a known entity. See how they defend him going forward. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Straight ahead, Walker. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running too, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. They'll set up a throw. He lets it go deep for Olave. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He lets it go deep for Olave. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Williams' throw pulled in by Atwell here. Touchdown, Chicago! 2-2 Atwell in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears will extend their lead here just before halftime. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. 1 play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. He lets it go deep for Olave. That's caught at the 25. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along. The way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended confidence.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. 35 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one.
And it'll be intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Now Williams throwing on third and long. That is caught. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Looking to throw. Williams. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun. Williams. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the first. A handoff on the option to Singletary. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Seven yards there and a first down.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
12 yards as they get to reset the sticks.
Singletary here running out of the gun.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Off the play fake. Williams. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. Back to throw. Williams. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So 8 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 4th down.
Singletary, they'll run for it.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Devin Singletary with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense.
And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up, you end up throwing a pick, everything goes awry. And now, points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out, I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless too.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Chris Olave,
54 yards.
And the Seahawks are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now at Soldier Field.
Here's 2nd and 10.
It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4.
That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. There he goes again.
And all the way down to the 5. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Looking to throw. Williams toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Williams got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Keenan Allen with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bears are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was Keenan Allen who finished it all off with the touchdown reception. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Up the middle, here's Walker. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
But I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself,
blitz coming, and down he goes. Jalen Johnson blitzing from the secondary and picking up the sack. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. On play action, they'll throw. He lets it go deep for Olave. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. Sheds off the tackle. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Williams over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And he will find Atwell. That's complete. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Singletary trying the left side. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They go right back to Singletary. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that not just important to the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
Marcus Jones picks it, and the Bears force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up